Another great activity I love is doing things with spray bottles or squirt guns. This is just a regular spray bottle that I had in my kitchen. If you have squirt guns at home, that's super fun too. This is a really fun way to play with water and also work on making your hands and your fingers a lot stronger. You could write the alphabet on your driveway, back to our chalk, and have your brother or sister or your friend or your mom call out letters, and you have to try to erase them. So I'll say G, and I'm going to squirt it till it's gone. You could also say a word like spaghetti, and I have to find the letter that it starts with and erase that. You can also take your squirt bottle and clean off some of your toys or trains or cars with it. You could also blow bubbles and try to get the bubbles with the spray of water. One of my favorite things to do though is to set up an obstacle like this cup pyramid. These are just red plastic cups, and then you can see if you can knock them down. You can also set them up, make all different configurations. For the final activity with a squirt bottle, we're going to do a craft. So I took just a regular coffee filter, or if you don't have coffee filters, a thinner paper would work well. And I'm just going to color on it with markers. It is important that you use markers for this and not crayon or pencil. And you can just make any kind of design that you want on your paper. The more color you put on, the better your finished product will turn out. Then you're going to put it on top of a piece of white paper, and you're just going to mist it with your squirt bottle. You might want to do this on the sidewalk or on a table that is outside, that it's okay if it gets a little bit messy. And here's one that I did earlier. I'll give that a try. So I'm wetting it, but I'm not making it incredibly wet. You can let them sit and dry a little bit, but ultimately what you're going to do is you're going to peel this off, and it's like you get watercolor designs on your paper. Whoop, that one maybe could be a little bit wetter. I think if you let them sit a little bit longer, you'll get even better results. So have fun with water, guys. I thought for our final thing on the video, I would share a book that I really like that seems like a fun summer book. How I Became a Pirate by Melinda Long and David Shannon. Pirates have green teeth, when they have any teeth at all. I know about pirates because one day when I was at the beach building a sandcastle and minding my own business, a pirate ship sailed into view. I knew what it was because its flag had a skull and crossbones on it, and because I could hear the pirates singing, "Hey ho, blow the man down." They were a little off key. I tried to tell Dad, but he was busy setting up the beach umbrella. I tried to tell Mom, but she was busy slathering my baby sister with sunblock. So I went back to my sandcastle, but I kept an eye on the pirates. By then they were rowing to shore. When they landed, the head pirate climbed out of the boat and yelled, "Ahoy there, matey! Be this the Spanish Main?"
No, I said, this is North Beach. Shiver me timbers, the pirate said. We must have taken a wrong turn at Bora Bora. He walked around my sandcastle. He looked at the moat, then yelled back to his crew, He's a digger, he is, and a good one to boot. A good one to boot, the others agreed. What be your name, matey? The head pirate asked. Jeremy Jacob, sir, I told him. Well, Jeremy Jacob, he said, you're looking at Braidbeard and his crew. We've been needing a digger like yourself. We've a chest of treasure to bury. Aye, treasure, the others shouted. You're coming with us, Braidbeard told me. I didn't think my mom and dad would mind as long as I got back in time for soccer practice the next day. And that's how I became a pirate. As soon as we were on board, Braidbeard showed me the chest of gold and jewels. Gotta find a safe place for this here treasure. It's time we were off, he announced. We're off, we all shouted, and then we set sail. There was plenty to do on board. The pirates taught me to sing sea chanties, the louder the better, and to say real pirate stuff like landlubber and scurvy dog. By dinner time, I could speak pirate perfectly. I also learned pirate manners. Braidbeard pounded his fist on the table and yelled, Down the hatch, me laddies! Down the hatch, we all shouted. Braidbeard gulped his food and said, Hand over the meat! The meat, we all roared. Nobody told us to finish our spinach. There wasn't any. Or to chew up our carrots. They weren't allowed on board. We talked with our mouth full, and nobody said please or thank you. After dinner, I tried to teach the pirates to play soccer. Braidbeard kicked the ball and yelled, Arr, soccer! Arr, soccer, the crew yelled. Then everybody dove for the ball at once, and it rolled right off the deck. After it, me hearties, Braidbeard commanded. After it, we all whispered. We fought over who would go get the ball, but it didn't matter anyway because a shark came along and swallowed it in one gulp. So much for soccer. By now it was past my bedtime, but nobody tells pirates to go to bed or take a bath or to brush their teeth. Maybe that's why their teeth are green. Pirates sleep with one eye open, just in case. And they don't change into pajamas unless they want to. Pirates don't do anything they don't want to, except for maybe swabbing the decks. I wanted to be a pirate forever. But then I found out what else they don't do. When I couldn't stay awake any longer, I asked Braidbeard to tuck me in and read me a story. Tuck you in, he bellowed. Pirates don't tuck. No tucking, the crew cried. And the only thing they had to read was a map. Don't you have any books? I asked. Braidbeard looked confused. Books? I didn't even bother to ask about a goodnight kiss. It wasn't easy to fall asleep without a story, but I was finally dozing off when a storm broke. Thunder boomed and lightning flashed. I tried to hide under the covers as waves slammed against the ship, but I kept falling out of my hammock. I couldn't find anyone in the cabin. They were all on deck. Lower the sails, Braidbeard shouted. Batten down the hatches. Everybody ran around yelling and lowering and battening. Nobody had time to sit close and tell me it would be over soon. Nobody even noticed me. I decided I didn't want to be a pirate after all. Just then, flash, crash, crack, lightning hit the mast and split it right down the middle. What'll we do now? Yelled one of the pirates. We'll have to turn back, called another. But the treasure, hollered Braidbeard. Where will we bury the treasure? I stepped forward. Maybe I can help. I shouted over the wind. I think I know the perfect digging spot. When the storm was over, we rowed back to shore and buried the chest. We drew a map so we could find the treasure again, but I don't think I'll need it. After the pirates repaired the ship and got ready to set sail, before they left, Braidbeard handed me a flag and said, "You make a fine pirate, Jeremy Jacob. Guard that treasure well. We'll be back to get it soon enough." "Soon enough," the crew repeated. "And if you ever need us," Braidbeard added, "just run the Jolly Roger up yonder pole." "Up yonder pole," the others shouted. "And maybe I will, but not today. I have soccer practice." The end.
So here we are at the end of the school year and summer's ready to begin. I really want to thank you guys for watching these videos. I've had a lot of fun making them, especially with my two sons. And I miss you guys a lot. I send you all a huge virtual hug, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful summer with your families. Bye, everybody.